This is Maverick. He's 3, golden retriever. He is the housemate of Gus, the chocolate lab. He is not nearly as problematic as Gus in the house.
As far as like
chewing stuff up, destruction, humping, all of that. He's much more mild-mannered. However, she still can't walk him. He pulls really hard. They just moved to an area with 11 acres, and he did get out once, and it was like, hope he comes back. He eventually did, but he's not coming when you call him. Like, he literally, she said, doesn't know his name. You think he was deaf. He does not listen.
How old is he?
3.
Yeah,
he does not listen at all. He gets really annoyed with Gus humping him and pestering him.
What's his name again, Maverick?
Maverick.
Okay.
Yeah.
If he goes through one of these doors, I'm going to use those opportunity to recall.
Yeah.
So he doesn't listen.
No, he does not listen.
And neither does the other dog.
Neither does the other dog.
So that means it's really hard to be at home.
Yes.
It's going to be stressful. It feels good to go to work. Now it's like,
yes.
I get to go leave the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice dog. He sat up front with me the whole ride. He just laid there.
He's nice, but he doesn't listen.
He's nice,
but a lot of that.
Yep. I'll take that all day. I will take that all day. You know, he's got like a calm demeanor. Like when I was sitting in the car, he like gently put his paw on my arm.
I'm feeling him out.
And it's telling that this dog right here has to get aggressive with Gus.
Well, I mean, it's natural.
To get Gus to leave him alone.
Somebody has to do the correct.
Somebody has to do it.
Within the pack. Right? So Riggins wanted to correct that puppy when he was interacting with him like 3 or 4 times. He didn't do it, and he calmly kind of just did one of these. I correct.
Yeah.
And then, so, you know, give me a little start here. Come here, Maverick. Come here, bud. After that behavior is the perfect time to start. Good.
You can see how he gets in and out of doors.
Oh, Maverick, come here, buddy. It's all good.
Looks like he has a history of opening the door handle.
You are a good boy and a nice.
All right, so Josh is doing a recall exercise right now where we're teaching Maverick what the tone means on the e-collar. So it's going to beep by his ear. Maverick's going to say, I have no idea what this means.
That's it.
He's going to get the verbal COME, low pressure. It turns off when he gets to Josh. Every time he walks away, it starts over again. When he gets to Josh and commits like this, he's going to get nothing but praise.
So the vibe I'm getting from him is chill, calm, right? I like that. I really like that. There's anxiety though.
For sure.
If you know what you're looking for, there's
yes,
anxiety. He's drooling,
absolutely.
he's pacing.
Start over again.
Right? That's all right. That's all right. So he also sniffed me before he walked away. We're gonna
allow that for a second.
For that one.
We want him to know Josh is safe.
I'll be correcting that shortly.
Yes. Look at him.
So, but my initial interaction with him was he was being nice to me and friendly to me, but he was holding a position of like, I'm going to be making the decisions. Him. I feel like he feels in his own head he's top of the hierarchy in his pack, and so he's moving where he wants to go. He's making the decisions he wants to make. So with me, he's friendly with me, but he doesn't know that I want to take that position. What's going to happen?
Stim.
Come here, Maverick.
Verbal.
Good.
Phrase.
What's going to happen when he starts to realize that, oh, this guy wants the position that I have? Because only one of us are going to have it. We're not going to do the democracy thing where we both get the vote. I'm not going to do that. It doesn't work the way I need it to when I'm living with a dog. Where I can say, I really take a vote on what we're doing next. It's not going to work. It's I say what goes, and I will make sure to take care of you and do all that, but I need to be the guy who's making the decision. I feel like he thinks he's that guy. Good. So as I form this relationship, I'm going to say I want that position, and it's all going to, the way it looks is going to be determined by how he accepts that gesture, me describing to him that I want to be leading in our relationship. I want to be leader, I want him to be follower, I want that to be the dynamic. How's he going to take that? Is he going to say, oh, okay, yes, you're more competent in the human world, you can lead? It's going to be a breeze. Or is he going to say, no, I want that position and fighting for it? Right? Good. Cool. So that's all that really I'm concerned about is how is he going to react when I ask to be, well, I say that I am the leader here, right? I'm not going to ask him, I'm going to let him know by our interactions, right?
He does look like Shadow.
Good. But that doesn't mean I carry myself all dominant, boss everybody around. No. It's just like, I need to be able to lead in the moments that I stand up and say, you know, do this or don't do this. And I'm not going to misuse that, but I need that in order for us to survive properly out here, right? So if he disagrees with me having that position, we'll have our conflict.
Pet me, touch me, touch me.
Okay.
I'm getting restless and bored.
Your name's Maverick, okay?
Yes.
Maverick. Break.
Good. Remember, he's learning the release also. He probably doesn't know the release because he's never held a command long enough to get a release.
Yeah, baby boy.
Really nice, gentle dog.
Oh yeah, right there. Right there it is, okay? So you see that right there?
Yeah.
Don't do that, what I just did. But that's eliciting the part of the brain that's gonna start talking about. What's interesting is you see how he's doing this?
Yeah.
He's getting a little, it's like you can feel, even if you don't know what you're looking for, you're like, oh, you might get hit in the face.
Yes.
He won't be doing that once he accepts me as leader.
Yes.
So as soon as he's like, you're a leader, I can puff on that ear and nothing. I've seen this hundreds of times where the dogs are giving me a big fuss for that. And then we have our conflict. I become leader. A few days later, I do the same thing. Nothing. No fuss. That is when dogs are going to meet, they're going to put their heads above each other and they're going to start sniffing around. And if he allows me to do that or another dog to do that, he's agreeing that he's below them in the hierarchy. So I already elicited that part of his brain. It was pretty strong. It was pretty strong. So my hunch is right. He thinks he's up here even to a human. See these movements I'm doing?
Yes. He
This
closes
is what
his
another
mouth.
dog would do. Good. So now he's letting me. See the puff of air. It's what they feel when the dog's sniffing them, right? So it brings that part of the brain out, so you can get bit really easily. Right there's a little bit of a problem. Good. But he took it good, so I let him out, and then the interaction's over. Good. 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 Watch him when he reacts to it when Riggins comes on here. How they're both gonna go for either top of the head or under here or the rear. Right? See, he gets even this nice guy talks hierarchy.
Primal instinct.
But he's gonna talk hierarchy possibly more with dogs than humans. But because I'm not acting like the typical human, I'm bringing out that dog side. His wires got crossed. He started talking to me the same way. Right? See, so that's where his problem lies. He's gotta submit to the authority of a human and let them lead. And is that gonna be easy for him or not? He's not doing it on his own at home. So I gotta start creating boundaries.
He's nibbling on your
Yeah.
hands.
Good.
He's, coming up and bumping you. He's jumping all over you.
So I'm letting you know I'm safe, but I'm the leader and I'll establish boundaries. Yeah, it can be, you have to be able to describe it like that. So the dog's not afraid of you, but they respect you.
Correction there. Recall.
Good. Getting him used to what the corrections are like on the collar. Good. Another sniff on me, taking my scent.
It looks like
Because
he has a
I'm
history of
gonna-
opening doors.
Yeah, this guy's got a history of doing whatever the heck he can when he wants. The humans don't have the influence over him that they need, right? So he's not used to that dynamic in a relationship with a human. So I'm going to be the first to enter that position of leading, and he might not take too kindly of it, or he might, but usually they don't. I'm already starting to control movement, so it's only a matter of time before his brain says this isn't recall and stay, this is hierarchy. Because whoever can control the movement
Controls the
is
pack.
going to control the pack, which means you're leading. So I'm disagreeing with his movements. Come here, bud. How amazing is it that I don't have to be giving him much information for him to understand what I'm saying?
Right?
Come here, bud.
Eventually, he's going to say, I know what you're saying, I don't want to.
That's
And
right.
that gives us an opportunity to talk about
So,
listening.
I'm going to show him that I'm going to give him another experience, because remember, this is experience stacking. We're giving experience, then experience, then experience. We're stacking these experiences to get the belief system that we want in the head, right? So when I'm done giving them these stacks of experiences today, I'm going to put them away, take them back out, give them another stack of experiences, put them away, and keep doing that until the belief and the response to the environments has changed.
And one day,
Now what happens when they get to a normal home though? That you give you food, water, toys, love, do whatever you want. There's a bunch of experiences you don't want stacked in
oh
there.
no, he chewed the generator up.
So you got experiences, but they're not the ones you want. And so, but it's forming a belief system and a set of responses to like everyday things like knocks on the doors, walks, right? All right, good boy.
And one day we're going to bring him out and he's going to be perfect.
So yeah, exactly. So, but the only sloppy side It's always because the dog says,
I don't want to.
pause training, we're not doing training, screw all this. The hierarchy is I get to be on top, I get to choose.
When push comes to shove, I'm on top.
Right,
Yep.
so, and then what do they do with each other when they have those disagreements? They usually have a physical altercation.
Yes.
So that's when dogs start to get rowdy, nippy, fighty, flighty, whatever. Because then you have to earn that position by going through those conflicts. If you don't go through those conflicts, you go around those conflicts. They still exist, so your dog will only listen when they want to. Period. Only listen when they want to. Dog's not listening, I go get chicken, now he listens. You bypass, you didn't deal with attitude. The dog wants to listen because he wants the chicken. The whole thing is, what if they don't want to listen?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that if they see you as leader, they'll still listen?
They will listen. Yep.
And then you praise them and let them know you're proud of them and you get over that hump. All right?
Pretty boy. He is pretty.
Hey, how's it going?
Trying to create
All right.
opportunities for the call.
Hello! How are you doing here? Yes, and then there's the recall. Come here, Maverick!
Verbal. Pressure.
Maverick!
There we go.
Hey, buddy, come here,
Go
bud.
down.
Hey, how are
Turn it
you?
off.
Good boy.
Praise.
Very nice recall. Wow, look at that. It's beautiful.
Starts over again.
So good. The
Dogs
recalls
still to stay.
will build a stay, yeah, naturally. It'll build a calm mind too, good. What I'm not doing is holding him here. That's just going to create a dog who's stressed, frustrated, and anxious because they don't get to try what they want to try. Try what you want to try. It's wrong. So now, come here. So I already let him do that. He doesn't say, give him an alternative to that. And I'm going to shake it as soon as he gives me something that I prefer more. Look at all this talking. This is
A
talking.
lot of reps here.
See, he's trying to ignore. So
Yes.
ignoring in the past must work. So he's going to ignore. Fleeing.
He's trying everything.
Next would be fight. So let's see where he goes. Oh yeah.
Because
Come here, big guy.
I don't wanna.
And why doesn't he want to come to me? Because he realizes it's control now.
Submission. Yep.
This is typical. He's gonna itch it away. Come here, Maverick.
Bam.
Good. Typical. So he was recon. Not
Bam. Yep. There we go again.
Come here, Maverick. Hey.
He says if I can't jump on you,
There you
if
go.
I can't
Right.
treat you as a doormat, I have no interest in you.
Again, the dynamic of the relationship is Maverick is here and you are here.
Yes. You provide food.
At the
you
very
provide
least, in some situations, maybe you're equal, which means
Yeah.
we get the vote, which isn't good because that means he gets the vote, and he's always going to.
There's a line. I can't jump. I can't do my normal
what
behaviors.
am I looking for? Just calm submission.
Calm submission.
Which is meaning he's surrendered to the situation. It's like me on an airplane. Okay? I can get on there and get all anxious and try to ask everybody to make me feel better and do this and do that, or I can just surrender to the situation, submit to the situation, and calm down, which is what I do, and I allow whatever happens, and the pilot is going to tell me what to do, and I'm going to allow everybody that's in charge to tell me what to do.
Or you can start screaming,
Or
we're all
I
gonna
can just go
die.
down that road, right? Or I can become a problem where I'm starting to
You have to be
complain.
escorted out.
Now listen, is it always this bumpy? I don't think it's always this bumpy. So good. So now I'm starting to only pet him when I see that he's trying to
Look at
relax.
that. Now he finds out what works after
That
all
little
that.
line there.
Frustration.
Complaint, frustration, complaining. There's going to be a lot of complaining once he starts to, right? But in the end, it'll just be a good
Perfect.
dog.
Yeah.
With that proper relationship. If you have that right relation, meaning the way the dog sees you, it doesn't matter how you see the dog. It does matter how you see the dog because that's going to inform how you treat the dog, meaning how you respond to their behaviors. But once they accept you as a leader, which I know it seems like this quacky things because most people can't achieve that, they will actually listen to you. You have to maintain that position. Usually not in every, it's not as bad. It's not like in every day I'm going down that road with my dog, but every now and then you got to make sure they know, maintain that, but they just listen, and they listen when they don't want to.
Good boy.
That's good. I bet you ain't ever done that before. Huh? No. 3 years, yeah. All right, Maverick.
Good.
Good. You do know your name. Break.
They're really good at pretending they're deaf.
Good. Come on, break. That's it. That's
Good
it.
job.
That's it. Yeah, it's a good boy. Look at what Maverick did now. He's like, what is? Oh, good boy. Look at what Maverick did now. He's like, what is happening here?
He's like, did I just listen?
Did you see what happened there?
He just
What happened?
he thought about jumping. He stopped himself and he put himself in a sit, which is the alternative behavior you taught him.
You got this.
He's a good boy.
But my responses are what's shaping it.
Yeah.
So if you pluck me out of this room and put somebody who's doing the responses of before, which is jumping his pet and all this stuff, then all those things take shape and become the response to the situation, right? So what's really happening when you send the training is the people are responding different in the environment because of the color is responding different, which shapes a different belief system, different set of responses, different programming.
Yeah.
It really is like that. So knock on the door, some dogs, they don't even think to come out and say, right?
Yeah.
It's programmed in. We can actually make it so that knock, knock, knock means quiet
Calm down.
relax.
Yeah.
You can. It goes against the natural response. The natural response is probably going to be
Bark.
a bark. That's why they all bark, is because that's the natural response. Nobody's able to stop it. It continues, right? But you can say, the leader can override and say, don't do that, right? And then they can reward. I feed you. I give you the house. You have to remember, they have to be appreciative, right? Look,
Recall.
you walk away. Oh, yeah, you're good. I'm going to let him free here in a second. I want him to walk around a little bit. Maverick.
Avoiding.
It's all right. Come here, buddy.
Nice job.
Good.
Good.
So that was very clean. No, it was just on this, and then yes. So it was like, whenever you get the urge to love on me, sit and give me those soft little pillowy eyes, and that I will reward.
Yes.
Clawing on me and stuff.
He's gonna knock somebody over.
Yeah. It doesn't disturb me that much when I see somebody offer it, and the dog only does it when you offer it. It's when the dog's trying to solicit it. They also use that as charm to take punishment and make you charmed, so that punishment's less or not. So a dog can use charm to get out of you correcting them, right? And that's one of them, and that actually hurt.
Oh yeah.
Because these are very thin shorts. My mistake. I should be wearing jeans with a guy like this. Those are dinosaur claws. I mean, he's over here. Just wham.
I love his face.
Maverick. Good. Break.
Wow.
Good start.
Soft guy.
Break. We're going to start with having Riggins come down here. See the reaction to a new dog in the environment. Boom, look at this.
Intense.
Uh-huh.
Closed mouth.
Mm-hmm. Come here, Maverick.
Stiff.
Hey!
Wow.
Boy. I'm using the situation for my training. Come here.
Remember, even when I don't want to, I have to listen. That's what he's learning.
Notice he's not offering that sit.
Because now he's got splitting his brain. He's got something else to pay
Not full
attention to.
commitment,
Yep.
which I'm aware of, but watch. Stay. Now I told him to do something. So if he
Then he
starts
knows.
over here, if he starts coming over here, now I, as the leader, I did tell him to stay. I'm going to take a problem with it. I'm going to no. When I say stay, see, I address him. Left.
And you know in 3 years he's heard stay.
Even if he didn't know stay,
It's obvious.
I don't even want to go down that road right now. Stay. This is how I would teach it.
Yep.
In a real life.
Now he gets to watch Josh come over to the new thing that just entered.
If I was the leader and I want that role, and two dogs want the role, they see something they want. I'm using a dog right now. It could be food, it could be a toy, it could be a couch, it could be a person, it could be a dog, it could be a squirrel, it could be blah, blah, blah. They both want it. So he's learning a very valuable lesson for himself. Look. Calming signals, meaning he's trying to avoid, but he's not submitting.
Maybe I'll be cute and charm you.
Got corrected for that one. Let him do what he's gonna do. There's that blow. Don't do that. Don't you know, if you're at home, you can get bit doing that. But it lets him know that I'm talking. Good. About hierarchy.
Frustration.
Now guess what? Stay.
Yeah, let him
We're
try.
using this, look. Stay. I'm allowing him to make mistakes. I'm not trying to keep him successful. Because, you know, he's an adult, he's 3. He's a reactive guy. When you hear something, you see something, reaction. No different type of relationship than he's ever had. He's gonna learn all about it this first week. Good. What it really is stay calm, dude, and listen. That's it. Just stay chill and listen. I need you chill because I need you to operate.
Yeah, it's not a hard program.
Okay. No.
If the dogs listen, they're gonna have a great time here.
Yeah, but they all come here. Every dog comes here because they don't listen.
Yes.
That's all I see. They don't listen. I never get they listen. They just need to learn these things. No, because you can teach them. Yes. Anybody can take an afternoon and teach these things. Yes. Sits easy, downs easy, recalls easy. The only one that might be a little bit more challenging is heel, but you can teach a dog not to pull you. You know, if they understand, let's put it this way, they understand that you're saying don't pull me, but they're not listening. If they listen, they do what you said. Good. So, but that comes through respect. They're not going to listen to you at that level for free. You have to earn it. So whenever he's making a mistake or our dog at home is making a mistake, it's like, oh, I haven't earned that. Yeah, he's making me earn this. And if I go through it and earn this position where I can tell him what to do in these situations, then next time it comes up, he's going to sit back and let me lead. Good. Okay, Maverick. Break.
Good. Remember, he needs to learn break too. He's never held a command long enough to get a release. He's released himself for 3 years.
Really nice. Let's see how this goes.
So remember, they're going to want to sniff each other's back end. See? Right to the back end. If this dog has a problem with that, then you could see an issue.
I just stopped a potential right there. Go on, out. And then I also showed him I can control the other dog. A lot just happened there. It might look confusing.
Open mouth, good. Panting is good.
Great. Come on,
when you see the closed mouth, that's when it gets more intense. Now remember, he has a history of getting aggressive with Gus.
I know.
So that's his association to dogs.
I know. Good. I'm saying be patient. I'm not going to let him he's not going to hump. He's not going to try to dominate you. I'm not going to allow that. He's sniffing you. He's saying hi.
You got to let him sniff.
And the reason why he's being a little better is because he knows I'm watching from the relationship I formed within this 10 minutes. Because I did the certain conversations, specific conversations, the same conversations they have with each other. Looks a little different because I'm human and not dog. But they talk about that stuff as soon as they meet. And so him and I did that. And I have enough influence, more influence possibly than anyone he's ever ran into in a 10-minute relationship. Now he's far from done. But it's given me enough of a position to control this situation, right? If I put him in this room with Riggins and I didn't do any of that, and then I stepped in and tried to control, he's not gonna listen to me. I didn't build that relationship, right? So, and if you have a relationship where you're down here, it's even worse.
Yeah.
It's even worse, right? So, we need control, and you can see I'm controlling
Maverick's like, what just happened
My
here?
control of them is keeping bloodshed from happening. So all these situations I'm putting him in within the first 30 minutes of even being here, he's going to say, oh, this guy must be the guy because he's controlling that dog, all these dogs, he's controlling me, he's controlling the environment, oh, he's the guy.
Yep.
And then life's easier. But if I brought him home, I could have done this. I could have brought him home and said, look at this house.
It's all yours.
Look at this land. Everything's yours, right? And then he's going to be a problem. Then I'm going to say, actually, I'm going to have to take some of those freedoms away. And he's like, screw you, right? So, or I get him on a leash, and he's like, but I'm thinking, that's just what dogs do.
Yep.
If I'm thinking that way, then I won't react the way I need to.
Then you get online and see Julie's videos and say, look, her dogs aren't pulling her. Maybe you can.
It is the most natural thing. You know, I mean, it goes back so long, these leashes like this, right?
Yeah.
When I can say, let's go, you don't need a leash. You'll see that in the program, is it's all going to be off leash. But because we live the way we live with dogs, we're going to need this leash every now and then. We're going through stores and stuff, just for legality purposes and safety. The last thing I want is to ask my dog to come here with a leash and him be like,
no, yeah, they buck back, yeah.
Now I'm in the middle of Petco and I'm just like embarrassing and then guess who can't go places? Right?
Stuck to the living room.
So then his life sucks. And our life sucks more, but you can pick up and say, hey, enough of the here's the rules, everybody obeys by them, we're gonna have a good life. And that's tough love, which might be the only form of love that actually like progresses in a way that's going to be right. If we're just doing gushy love where it's like no corrections, just love each other on the couch, that's all you can do. Enjoy that love on the couch, because that's all you're getting. You're not getting a dog who listens, which takes away all the other opportunities, which are outside that door. People who have dogs that don't listen, you don't see, well, sometimes you do see that, unfortunately, but they typically are afraid to take their dogs out, just out the door of their house, like out their door.
This
like,
owner was legitimately worried about the drop-off. She was like, I cannot handle them. And I was like, we got this. I'm gonna get you some slip leads.
You'll be fine, and after the training, things will be better. But this, I don't even know the owners. I didn't meet them. This is a generalized video, so I'm talking to the overall audience. But because typically the way you view a dog it affects how you respond to their behaviors, and most people view them in a way that's way too unrealistic and soft. It's not realistic because it's not how dogs actually are, the way we view them. They're more like, pick a name, look at the cute personality traits, that's the dog, right? Whatever we're making up here. But really, there's a lot of primal stuff in there that we just are overpassed. We're trying to pretend it's not in there, right? But if you do them the respect of actually acknowledging what's in there and talking to that part of the brain too, the way that you need to talk to it in order to survive, really together. And surviving to me is like in harmony, like thriving, doing well, not like, oh, it's driving me nuts, right? It's following you. So we need to talk to that part of the brain. If we don't talk to that part of the brain, you'll know. Owners know. He's a good dog. We hear that. That is the line. I love him, but
it's our bread and butter.
That is the line. Doesn't matter if they're biting dogs or really serious cases or just puppies. It's like, I love them, but. And then the but is like, but they don't listen, right? Good. Okay? And the dogs are smart. Gosh, they're so smart, they look like they're dumb. They're so smart, they realize if I look dumb, that will benefit me. If I look like I don't understand you, it will benefit me. And I'm smart enough to manipulate you, to make you think that I'm deaf. We have dogs who people think are deaf. They get diagnosed from professionals, they're deaf. They come here, not deaf at all. Not even a little deaf. If you have a chip bag, you go from across the house, not deaf at all. Dogs so good at ignoring, you think that they are deaf, or they don't understand, or they're dumb, or they're slow. I hate to tell you, most of these dogs, that's just a tactic to get out of listening. And it works. This is a good boy.
That's a good choice right there.
The next one is a little different.